Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashta Praisha Vadareshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Nimitta Matram Trasin Nimitra Matam Tatrasin Nirgunaha Purusha Shivaha Vyaktya Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Yatra Brahmati Lohavan Nimitra Matram Tatrasin Nirgunaha Purusha Shabaha Vyaktya Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Yatra Brahmati Lohavan Nimitra Matram Tatrasin Nirgunaha Purusha Shabaha Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Yatra Brahmati Lohava Nimitra Matram Remote cause Tatra then Asi was Nirgunaha uncontaminated Purusha Rishabhaha the Supreme Person Vyakta manifested Avyaktam unmanifested Idam this Vishwam world Yatra where Brahmati moves Lohavat like iron. My dear Dhruva, the Supreme Personality Godhead is uncontaminated metal modes of nature, is the remote cause of the creation of the metal cosmic manifestation. When he gives the impetus, many other causes and effects are produced, and the whole universe moves just like iron moves with the integrated force of a magnet. My dear Dhruva, the Supreme Personality Godhead is uncontaminated by the metal modes of nature. He is the remote cause of the creation of this material cosmic manifestation. When he gives the impetus, many other causes and effects are produced, and thus the whole universe moves just as iron moves by the integrated force of a magnet. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. How the external energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead works within this material world is explained in this verse. Everything is happening by the energy of the Supreme Lord. The atheist philosophers who do not agree to accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the original cause of creation think that the material world moves by the action and reaction of different material elements. A simple example of the interaction of elements occurs when we mix soda and acid, and the movement of effervescence is produced. But one cannot produce life by such interaction of chemicals. There are 84 lakhs different species of life with different wishes and different actions. How the material force is working cannot be explained just on the basis of chemical reaction. A suitable example in this connection is that of the potter and the potter's wheel. The potter's wheel rotates and several varieties of earthen pots come out. There are many causes for the earthen pots, but the original cause is the potter who sets a force on the wheel. That force comes by his superintendence. The same idea is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Behind all material action and reaction, there is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna says that everything depends on his energy, and yet he is not everywhere. The pot is produced under certain conditions of action and reaction of material energy, but the potter is not in the pot. In a similar way, the material creation is set up by the Lord, but he remains aloof. As stated in the Vedas, he simply glanced over it and the agitation of matter immediately began. In Bhagavad Gita, it is also said that the Lord impregnates the material energy with the part and parcel jivas, and thus the different forms and different activities immediately ensue. Because of the different desires and karmic activities of the Jiva soul, different types of bodies and different species are produced. In Darwin's theory, there is no acceptance of the living entity as spirit soul, and therefore his explanation of evolution is incomplete. Varieties of phenomena occur within this universe on account of the actions and reactions of the three material modes, but the original creator or the cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is mentioned here as Nimitta Matram, the remote cause. He simply pushes the wheel with his energy. According to the Mayavadi philosophers, the Supreme Brahman has transformed himself into many varieties of forms, but that not is the fact. He is always transcendental to the actions and reactions of the material gunas. Although he is the cause of all causes, Lord Brahma therefore says in Brahma Samhita 5.1, Ishvaraha Parama Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaha Sarva Karana Karanam. There are many causes and effects, but the original cause is Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nimitra Mataram Tatrasi Nirguna Purusharshavah Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Yatra Brahmati Lohava My dear Dhruva, the Supreme Personality Godhead is uncontaminated mental modes of nature, is the remote cause of creation of this mental cosmic manifestation. When he gives the impetus, many other causes and effects are produced, and the whole universe moves just as the iron moves with the integrated force of a magnet. Hare Krishna. My voice is clear, Hare Krishna. Yes, okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. So now, today, the meditation is little, when we read Bhagavatam, shlokas, first thing, challenge to make people read. If we ask the movement, the leaders in the movement, what is the biggest challenge? The challenge is to make people read Prabhupada books. Somehow the reading habit is very much reduced. So we have to remove other kind of things which take our time, so that finally there is nothing but to read Prabhupada books. Okay? So that habit has to cultivate. Everybody has some time, so they can develop. So when you read Prabhupada books, then just like you're reading Bhagavatam, very common sense. First thing, what will be in the shloka? Who is speaking to whom? So who is speaking? Many times we don't know that also. Swayambhava Manu is speaking to Dhruva. The second thing is, why is he speaking? What is he trying to do by this statement? He is trying to stop Dhruva Maharaj from killing so many yakshas. Okay, done. The third thing will be, what is he speaking? So therefore it is very nice, Prabhupada spent so much energy to give word by word meaning, try to understand. Okay? Just like the word uses nimitta. This word we have seen in Bhagavad Gita. Nimitra matrena bhavasarva sachin. He uses the word vyakta avyakta. Parastasmad bhavu anyat vyakta avyakta sanatanaha. Okay, I've heard these words. So try to understand every word and try to see why these words have been used here. And then the last thing will be, what is the effect of that? What effect it had? It stopped Dhruva Maharaj from fighting. So similarly, what effect it can have on me? Why this thing is being spoken? Okay, some conversation is going somewhere, somebody is speaking to somebody, okay, I understood why he is speaking, and then at the end of it, what effect did it have? And finally, why I am hearing it? What I am going to get out of this? What is the main import I can get from this shloka? What import people can have from this shloka? They can benefit. So this is proper hearing. But this all will start after we keep time for reading Prabhupada books. So, so many challenges are there. The biggest challenge is to find time to read Prabhupada books. The biggest challenge today. Okay. Now let us proceed. See, if you see many personalities today, popular or unpopular, or in the recent history, nobody had the audacity or the courage to even challenge the scientist. Nobody had the audacity or courage. Today, science rules the world. It rules the world in kind of facility it is provided, and it also rules the world in times of conceptions, philosophy. Whatever they say is considered final. But one individual alone could even have the courage. Can you imagine, I said to you previously, that's like in India, when we sent a small, whatever it was, small kind of a toy on the moon, whole country was celebrating. And I had gone to Bangalore, I had wanted to meet some minister. In Vidhan Sabha, nobody was there in Bangalore. All were sitting there. It was practically for the whole day, there was nothing going on except that in the TV. True? Day and night. The whole India was thumping their chest. We did it, we did it. India becomes the third country, fourth country, blah, blah, blah. And just imagine at the same time, in America there is a celebration that we have gone to the moon. Big celebration. And so much so that all the people are celebrating. Whole country is celebrating. And Prabhupada is there. He's in the airport. And they're asking for everybody this question. Prabhupada is a celebrity at that time. Now, Swamiji, what is your opinion, the moon landing? What do you like to say? Because they want to thumb that, yeah, we did it, we did it. You also say, what did it, they like to eulogize ourselves. And Prabhupada had the courage to make this statement. Perhaps the only person on earth who could make a statement. देखो साइंटिस्ट लोग डर गए, वो सिग्नल काट दिया मैंने। सिग्नल ठीक है। हरे कृष्णा। So actually it is fine, everybody. Audio is clear now?
Yes, Prabhu.
ठीक है। So this is really, really takes lot of courage to be able to speak like that. Really big courage. When Prabhupada also landed in America, there was a big fashion going on, or what you call women's liberation movement. And really extraordinary. Some people even to the extent said he was a publicity disaster. Because he will not budge an inch. So all the women were, if you see the reporters, came to fight with him. Because this was the in thing, women's liberation movement. And they will come to fight. The Prophet said, no. Women should be subservient to men. And he will not budge on that. They will not listen. If you see in the conversation, therefore he is an Acharya. Can you imagine alone? He took on the Mayavadis, he took on the scientists, he took on all this. It's a big malady in this American country, this women liberation movement. Look at the courage. Therefore, he is not looking for followers, Once one senior devotee is telling, we knew this is a publicity disaster because people are not taking it proper, not budging at all from that. No, wrong is wrong. Look at the, how much he's convinced. And I'm not, sometimes when we are taking a class, we are a little more careful that, because we are more interested to become popular, we are more interested to have a lot of followers. But then, what is the use at the end when you tell the truth? Suppose, when Srila Prabhupada was in India, for how many years, he didn't become a celebrity. He has started at 1936, the order, and he started after that printing back to Goddard magazines. You look at the magazine, clearly a topic which is not in thing for the public, back to Goddard. There is no interest in that topic, correct? What we will do, market survey, those in marketing, what product sells, we'll make a product along with that, way to become peaceful. Or what we put the college title, mind control, personality development. He didn't do anything. He's targeted it and back to Godhead. He's not going to 1 inch dilute that. And then when Srila Prabhupada is teaching, you read the contents of Back to Godhead, no way, any way different from what you read in Bhagavatam. Same words, same force, same clarity. You can just read. Sometimes when you get time, you should read. Therefore, please keep time. So much is there to read. The biggest challenge is if you can find time every day and read. Read this Back to Godhead magazines. He is totally alone at that time. Prabhupada himself says, crying alone in wilderness, just alone. With firm faith in his Guru, his order, he is totally alone. But he is not done anything dilution to become popular in this world. He is not interested in that. Prabhupada came to America and said, nobody is interested, I'll go back to the country. Not that I'm going to change or dilute or make some kind of a plan, nothing. He wrote the Bhagavatam, he's explaining Bhagavatam. It's not something which will make you very popular in society. So good things take time, But so suppose we speak about something very diluted, how to become, how to say sorry and all these ABCDs we do. You will become very popular, correct? And then how to win friends. And these things will be very popular. You will have a billion followers. Then after that, moment you utter the name Krishna, everybody will go. So why not from the first day you do it? Or what at the end of work? What did you achieve by having these people with you? Isn't it a waste of time and energy? Correct? Have you forgotten our mission? Okay? At the end, phalena parichyate, everything will be seen by the result. But when the Acharya of the golden age doesn't do compromise like this, why we have to do it? So, therefore we should preach forcefully the message of Krishna consciousness. True, Satyam Priya Hitam should be your principle. Speak truthfully, speak in a sweet way, speak for the benefit of the world, but then never compromise on the message. Message is Amar Agya Guru Bhav Tara Idesh, Yare Deko Tare Kaho, Krishna Upadesh. Whoever you see in this world, give Krishna Upadesh and they will be benefited. Okay? Not that we are going to dilute or speak something so the people like it more. We are not for entertaining the audience. We don't speak what people like to hear. That is also not our objective. Yare deko tare kaho, Krishna Upadesh. So now this is coming to the content. Now if you study in this content, you will see so many things Prabhupada is doing in one purport. Okay. I'll just go to the purport and we can see what all is happening. There is a huge amount of work going on. This is just one purport. Okay, the first thing, if you look what's happening here, why is he speaking all this thing? Now, Dhruva Maharaj is very much disturbed by the death of his brother, Uttama. Now, Manu is explaining to him that actually the immediate cause we are seeing is this Yakshas. But there is a remote cause, that is Krishna. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 factors of action. Cash flow. Panchami. There are 5 causes of action. Now in this, the 5th cause is not visible. Correct? What is the word used for the 5th cause? 5th cause का नाम क्या है? Paramatma का होगा. So the 4 causes are visible. Just like we are having this class. Now one causes of the causes is the place. Now if you don't have a place to sit and hear, I don't have a place to sit class, how it can happen? Correct? Suppose you're going to have a meeting, you're going to have you are a good manager, so you will say, okay, this event is there, where is the venue, isn't it? So venue isn't given. Any function, what is the venue you will ask? So place is first, okay? Then after that, who are the speakers, who are the guests? The people will be there. Then the third thing, you have to arrange for the mic. Okay? You have to make arrangements for the other things there. Third thing there. If all the things are there, I am sitting, table is there, all the audio equipment is there, you are there, you have your speakers, everything is set. If I don't speak and you don't hear, then what is the use? Correct? Instead of hearing, you are in so many other things, then it's not going to benefit. So fourth is the effort after all the arrangements have been made. Correct? But everybody forgets. A foolish manager thinks he is the only doer. He forgets that there are so many other things involved. Okay? Good management means, okay, we are going to have an event, we have to take care of these 4 things. He will take care. Correct? That is management. But everybody forgets the 5th thing, the sanction of the law. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada used to be asked that today, tomorrow we have an event, would you come there? He used to say, if Krishna so wishes. See that? Always recognize that nothing can happen if the 5th factor does not exist. This is a revolutionary concept from Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Nobody in this world, the country makes a 4-year plan, 5-year plan. Do they say, we are making this plan, but finally it is wish of the Lord. We have to evolve to this. Even in this thing, then we are a bit detached. Otherwise, we desire something, things are moving in that direction. We desire something, things are moving in that direction. Or suppose we want something, it doesn't happen, we faint. Because we forget, just like you look at Dhruva. Now he is not desiring his brother dies, brother dies. So he has to understand, I want my brother to die if Krishna so desires. Prabhupada uses this word very interestingly when Srila Prabhupada had a massive health issue. And he told his disciples, you pray to Narasimhadeva, my dear Narasimhadeva, if you so desire, let our master stay more in this world. What? You see that? Oh, what a maturity. If you so desire. Correct? So, we're going to have this if Krishna so desires. It gives you are giving a privilege. Just imagine. You are a manager. Okay? And everything has been decided and you are not informed. How will you feel? Won't you feel angry? You didn't ask me. Final permission should have been taken. So similarly, Krishna is the supreme manager and he said, Acha, you all planned everything without asking me. And I will show you, if I don't want, it will not move. Therefore it is said by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, very, very difficult things become very easy. Very easy it becomes. Okay. So this is very important that we understand this point here. Nimitra matra. In Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna tells Arjuna the same thing. Nimitra matram bhava sarva sacha. Arjuna, just become an instrument in my hand. Now you are thinking in this war, what is going to happen? People are going to die, not die. That is not dependent on you. If you fight or not fight, nobody is going home today. They have come here to die. You want to participate, become an instrument and become glorious. So therefore, our effort, our life becomes glorious if we become nimitta. But to become nimitta, we are tested. And that is where we should see. Suppose something is not happening, you want it to happen. What can I improve? Anna, we start just like a child, and he goes to the parents, you give me some money, and they are not giving the money. There is no point in hit a head against the wall. You should go back. What should I do that I deserve to get this? So similarly, there may be challenges. My dear Lord Krishna, what do I do to I deserve to become an instrument for this? So this is nimitra matra. That's all we are, nimitta. So this is beautifully said. So similarly, the yakshas at this time are just nimittas to get the karma of uttama. Karma just comes on it. Okay? And by Krishna's arrangement, now is going to another body. So to Vyavaharika level, externally, now there are two factors in it. When it happens to us, we do not, therefore in psychology they say, don't react, you respond. So when anything happens, internally first you have to internalize that deeply, Krishna's wish. Because without Krishna's wish and sanction, it cannot happen. At the same time, now what I am supposed to do? If you do not act on that, that is also not good. Like Dhruva Maharaj, okay, Krishna's wish, Uttama has died. My Lord, you are glorious. Now that can lead to another foolishness. You are supposed to do your duty, what you do. But internal, you should be Krishna's wish. What can I do? Isn't it? But Dhruva did not have the internal, by Krishna's will at this time, internal analysis. He was just angry and just wanted to eliminate the whole race of the yakshas. But that's why Manu is saying, please stop it. In Bhagavad Gita also, ahimsa is said one of the virtues. So himsa is needed sometimes, but in measured way. Not that now we get angry means we destroy the whole world. No. It's okay, fine. So internally, a devotee should always be peaceful. Vita raga bhaya krodha manamaya mam upashitaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhava magataha. So krodha here is said to be one of the disqualifications to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. In the Devi Danava Prakriti also, Ahankara, Krodha, all these things are Danava Prakriti. But sometimes in a service, just like Dhruva as a king, has to punish. But first, all these things, all these duties in this world, all will come later. First thing is internally you have to be little strong and understand, okay, Krishna, that's your wish. I would have been very happy if my brother was with me, but it's very painful for me, but I accept it, that is your wish. Externally now, Dhruva Maharaj, what should I do? As a king, I have to punish the culprit who has done this. But in the heart, there is no anger. You got it? There is a difference. And such a personality is very amazing in this world, very rare. See, everybody is acting, we are all acting. Nobody is acting without some bit of ahankara and maya. Everybody. True? Everybody, all of us. Not that we stop acting now. We are doing. But these are principles for improvement, at least an inspiration. When Britishers were ruling India, there was World War. And what happened was, the British government to force the Indians to join the World War. Just imagine what all country went through because of degradation of the culture, and what a punishment. The Britishers, they purchased from the market all the food ingredients and put inside water, destroyed. There was starvation. People are dying. Okay? But there was no civil unrest. Because even at that time, people are so God conscious, they were thinking, Krishna's wish, he wants me to die. Prabhupada talks about that. Even in Bengal, so many Prabhupada said people just died. It was the artificial famine created. Millions of people died. But they said, that's God's wish. It's so peaceful. But that is one level. The second level, they forget, we have to react to it. You got it? It's God's wish. What can be done? That is good at internally. That's good actually. Because nothing can happen. Krishna's sanction. Krishna, now nothing to do. We have to starve only. That's fine. That's fine. Internally. But externally you have to act. Dhruva cannot say, okay, fine. Wonderful Krishna. My brother died. Smile and come back. No, that's fine. Internally it should be correct. It should be like that. But externally, you should not give up your duty. Therefore, Prabhupada did not like non-violence in politics. It's a Kshatriya cannot be non-violent. Like Arjuna at the battlefield said, Krishna, can you avoid this war? Yes, that is good internally. But externally, Arjuna, as a Kshatriya, you are duty bound to do the job. Punish these culprits on my order. So this is what is needed. Nimitra Matra, so just, many people have this idea that following the Vedic culture, we become very fatalistic. We become very, idle, lazy, but it's not like that. Okay. Is a remote cause of creation. Now what happens generally, Prabhupada talks now, he takes on the scientists in this purport. He says, people say, do not understand the remote cause of the Lord. And there are 2-3 examples given for this. One example we take is in this purport itself, that is of the pot. Very nice example. The pots are being made, so many varieties of pots, but without a potter nothing is happening. Correct? It's a very strong philosophy. Not that the pots are coming out, we can go deeper and deeper in this, because mud is there, but who's rotating? Who's rotating that? Correct? Nobody's talking about that. Just I give you an example of this. You say, by chance, I got tail, heads or tail. So what is the chance? 50% chance it is tail. Correct? So how you get tail in the thing? Because 50% chance is there. But why you're not talking about the coin, who designed the coin and who threw the coin? This is a very big challenge to the scientist. Please explain this. You say by the chance, universe came like this. But that doesn't, it's not an explanation. Chance is not an explanation. Go deeply in the potter. By chance, the pot came like this. But who created the chance to happen? Who is responsible for the chance to happen? Who threw the coin? Who made the pots to come out? You say, why the pot has come like this? By chance. Shri Radha Govinda ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay? So please, these are little philosophical elements, try to understand. The potter example. Another example is given as Tandula Vrishika Nyaya, the logic of the scorpion coming out of rice. Now, in the rice, sometimes there are invisible small eggs of the scorpion. And using the atmosphere of the rice, eating the rice, they come out as scorpions one day. The people who do not see that, what do they see? They think rice is producing scorpion. Just imagine how intelligent people are there in the Shastra, challenging the whole argument of the science is that by combination of chemical life came. And they are telling this argument, they're telling is 5,000 years before, is Tandula Vishika Nyaya, argument of rice producing scorpions. Just like I put honey, ants come. Now does the honey produce ants? No. So Prabhupada is speaking in the purport, the mistake of the Darwin theory is fundamentally to not identify soul as separate from the body. Just imagine. Now in this world, Darwin is practically worshipped today. It's 150th anniversary, this, that. And Prabhupada is saying, no, the more you kick this Darwin's theory, more you'll advance your spiritual life. Because it is so deep within our system, because we have been, from childhood seeing the world through this theory, that we still have doubts. So therefore Prabhupada said, we still have doubts about Krishna consciousness. Therefore Prabhupada said, keep kicking this Darwin's theory. The more you kick this Darwin's theory, because he knows this is causing atheism within a system, in a society as a whole and individually also. So Prabhupada is saying the mistake of this Darwin is not even to understand. In fact, the biggest mistake is even the paper's title. He says the creation of species He never, I just don't remember the exact word he uses on his paper, but he never talked about how the life came into origin. Never. In fact, at his time, the philosophy was so Lamarckian. Lamarck is another fellow. They used to think that life can, a living cell was thought to be some oil and water. No idea was there about the details about the cell. Now this is details, but this is another word which is used is the nipples, the neck of a goat. Now there are nipples in the neck of the goat, they don't produce milk. So similarly, the matter on its own cannot create life. Prabhupada is speaking in this purpose, how you can reasonably assume this, that the lakhs of species, not only they are lakhs of species, they have a system also with millions of kind of desires. You don't just have a dog, he has some kind of desire. So many things are there, different kind of mentalities, all this. It's not only hardware we are seeing software also, correct? There are lakhs of species with different kind of behavior. All that has come by a chance. How can we just accept it? You see that. So Prabhupada, an Acharya, is going in this world. See, so first paragraph he takes on the scientist, and then the Acharya continues. Now he takes on the Mayavadis. You see that? The Mayavadi philosophers, there's a supreme word has transformed into the many varieties of form. They don't accept parashakte vivideya shruyate. They don't accept the energies of the Lord are transforming. Parinavavada vivartavada. Similar thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking to the Mayavadi. They say, they think the Lord has transformed, the energy has transformed into this, something even like the scientists also, there was some energy and it because of this word, nothing existed. No. Parashakte vivideya shruyate. The Lord's energies are transforming, Lord is not transforming. Okay? He is always transcendental to the actions and reactions of the material gunas, although he is cause of all the knowledge. So imagine philosophically it is so great. But he becomes accessible to us if we start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We take guidance of Srila Prabhupada. We read his books, we start chanting Hare Krishna, we are offering loving devotion service. Ajita Apichita. This unconquerable, unseen, invisible personality becomes accessible gradually to the degree of our service attitude. It slowly starts manifesting himself in the heart of a devotee. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody here? Anybody like to add on this element? I said how Srila Prabhupada boldly spoke Krishna consciousness. You see, in this one purport itself, he has taken on so many varieties of people. Anybody? Some example you see, or the other thing we discussed here, how the creation, the remote cause is generally not seen by people. Like a child, when he sees a car moving, he sees the immediate, but child is not able to see a remote cause, how things are happening. Yes, Hare Krishna, any thoughts on this? The remote cause of Srila Prabhupada speaking boldly. Okay. Dr. Manushi. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just had a question. Because everything is, of course, willed by Krishna, our lives are controlled by the Lord at all moments, whether we are embodied or not embodied. But when people are doing such awful things in this world, Prabhuji, that means that, okay, maybe the people who are losing their lives because of the bad deeds of others, they were destined to go and the Lord willed it that way. But what about the karma being performed by those who are perpetrating bad deeds? Is that also the Lord's will? Are they, because they have to be punished? What is, I don't understand. I mean, what, you know what I mean? I mean, when people
See
are
what happened?
going,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
Prabhuji.
intricacies, yeah, we see the remote cause is Krishna, yes, but how, intricacies of karma, Bhagavad Gita has said, are very difficult to understand. Kim karmeti kim akarmeti. Very difficult to understand the intricacies of karma. So you are right. But what we can appreciate is that actually, say, just try to understand this. Now somebody has to be murdered. That is his karma at this moment. And what idiot Krishna knows, because he knows him not from, he knows it from millions of births. He is totally agitated. He has a gun in his hand, like it happens in some so-called developed country. One idiot comes with a gun just to kill randomly. Krishna, within the heart, turn right, turn left, he comes there, sees that person, shoots him. So this person, when he shoots, he is creating his karma. Okay? And the person who shot, he got result of his karma. Okay? This much. But it is not even more complicated than this, but at least this much I can understand. Okay? He is creating his karma, who is shooting. Okay, Shubhamai Harini Devi Dasi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna
Yes.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I had heard one lecture of Srila Prabhupada, like he was meeting a Catholic Pope, the priest. So there, the question about eating non-veg is why are you eating non-veg? This question was being asked, and why Hindus are like us, they're asking cow should not be slaughtered. So Prabhupada had given very nice, very bold answer that he said that cow is our mother because a child can take the milk if the mother dies. Through the cow's milk, the child can survive. So we worship cow as a mother. And then you Christian people, why do you eat meat and fish and other non-veg? Why do you do that? Then he said that I need to feed my children, my wife. The Pope answered that way. Then he said, okay, earlier Jesus Christ had given fish and bread. That was the crisis that in Mediterranean there was nothing else. They were in the river, and so he could produce fish, and he had given. But now there are a lot of agricultural land, and you can have lots of vegetables. So don't you have the intelligence to stop eating, killing the animals, and eat what is provided to you in abundance? And the Pope was just silent. So that was very, very bold answer. I felt it should be
Very
shared.
good. Any Christian priest used to ask, why you are doing this? My God, why will you do that?
Yes,
Chalo.
Prabhuji. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shubhamai Harini. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
ठीक है वांछा कल्पतरुभश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।